Stop. Do not scroll away from this screen right now. Look at me. Your steps were guided to this exact intersection. This is not an accident of a computer algorithm, because heaven itself aligned time to bring you here. You are holding a phone, but you are actually holding a lifeline today. Listen to the voice of your Creator who knows your name. Give me just 2 minutes of your precious time. Do not rush into the noise of the world. Something has just shifted in the unseen realm right now. There is an urgent call coming from the throne of grace, and it is meant for your ears alone. If you disconnect from this message too early, you might miss the breakthrough you prayed for. I know you are tired. Your mind is racing with anxiety. Your heart is heavy from carrying so many silent burdens alone. You smile for other people, while you are quietly breaking inside every single day. But I am stepping into your atmosphere right now to bring you a critical warning from the kingdom of light. An invisible enemy has been trying to block your path. He wants to drown out my holy guidance with loud distractions. He saw the blessing that was just authorized for your life, and he is terrified of your destiny. That is why your life has felt so intense and heavy during these past few weeks of your journey. You are not losing your mind. You are actually sensing a massive transition in the spirit. Do you feel that unique pressure inside your chest? That is not medical confusion, but it is your soul recognizing the presence of the living God. Wake up from the slumber that the world has forced upon your weary spirit. Do not ignore this holy call from heaven today. This is your moment of divine rescue from darkness. A subtle trap has been laid by the enemy to steal your future blessing. He wants you to believe that I have forgotten your prayers and your tears. He wants you to click away from this message so you remain trapped in hopelessness. But I have commanded this video to appear on your screen. I have hijacked your timeline to save your soul from a major disaster. You did not search for these specific words by chance. My hands directed your fingers to stay on this page, because I am ready to reveal a sacred truth that you need to know. Listen to me with the deepest place of your heart. Breathe deeply right now, and let the peace enter your room. The urgency of this moment requires your absolute attention. If you rush past this holy intersection, you will walk straight into a cycle of confusion that was never designed for you. I have an answer for the questions you whisper in the dark. I have a solution for the financial drought that keeps you awake at midnight. I see the betrayal that made you close the doors of your heart to everyone. But before I can pour out the new wine, I must pull you away from the old foundation. Why do you think the warfare has increased around you? Why does it feel like everything is falling apart at the same exact time? The storm is not a sign of my anger against your life. It is a sign that you are approaching the threshold of a massive breakthrough that will rewrite your history. The enemy knows that your waiting season is finally closing. He can smell the rain of abundance that is heading toward your dry land. He is throwing his final spears of doubt to make you give up right before the harvest arrives. Stay right here and let me anchor your shaking soul in my truth. You are a chosen warrior, but you have become dangerously exhausted. You have spent years pouring out your love into broken hands that never appreciated your value. You have carried the weight of your entire family on your fragile shoulders. I see your secret sweat, and I count every single tear. Do not let distraction win the hour of your deliverance today. The world offers temporary entertainment, but I am offering eternal rest. Can you give me just a fraction of your day to receive a royal inheritance? Look at my face and let the noise of the crowd fade away into absolute nothingness. Something beautiful is about to be released over your life during this audio encounter. I am breaking open a seal of protection that has been kept secret for decades. This call from heaven is your ultimate chance to pick up the mantle of your true identity as a winner. Do not turn away. I am setting up a divine barrier between you and your past mistakes. The guilt that has been haunting your thoughts is being completely dissolved by my love. You are no longer a slave to the generational patterns of lack and fear. A holy shift is taking place right now while you listen to these words. The enemy whispered that you are too late to fulfill your destiny. He told you that your age and your failures have disqualified you from my grace. Those are cheap lies from the father of deception, who wants to ruin your peace. You are exactly where you need to be to witness my miracle. Time is a creation of my mind, and I can restore the years you lost. I can rebuild the ruins of your broken relationships in a single moment of favor. But you must remain still and receive the instruction that is coming from above. Do not let your impatient flesh rob your spirit of this wisdom. There is a mystery about your current suffering that I will explain very soon. You have been asking why the good people always seem to suffer the most in this life. You have wondered why your pure intentions were met with constant disappointment and pain. The answer will completely shock your soul. I am opening a loop of understanding that will heal your broken perspective forever. You will realize that the delay was actually my most aggressive form of protection. I was hiding you from rooms that were filled with wolves who wanted to eat your light. I was preparing you for a throne. So do not scroll away into the darkness of endless distractions. Hold your position right here, as a faithful soldier of the cross. The call from heaven is ringing louder than the storm around your boat. Put down your heavy bags of worry and answer the voice of your loving Father. I am calling you out of the isolation that has become your prison. You have locked yourself away because you were tired of being misunderstood by the crowd. You thought that staying hidden would protect you from the pain of another betrayal. But I did not create you to live in a dark cave forever. This message is your invitation to step back into the light of your calling. You are the light bearer for a generation that is lost in deep confusion. The authority I have placed inside your voice is about to be activated in a major way. Prepare your spirit to receive the overflow of my power. Do you realize how valuable you are in my heavenly courts? You are a carefully formed masterpiece that was designed before the foundations of the world. Every detail of your life was planned with extreme precision and love. Do not allow the temporary opinions of broken people to define your infinite worth. The urgency of this warning is connected to a decision you are about to make. The enemy wants to push you into a counterfeit opportunity that will drain your energy. He is painting a false picture of success to lure you away from my perfect timeline. Be sober and listen to my whisper. Stay connected to this divine stream until the very last sentence is spoken. The words I am releasing today are seeds of fire that will consume your blockages. You are standing at the edge of the greatest transformation of your entire existence. Answer the call from heaven and pick up your blessing. Come closer to me, my child. Let me speak softly to the part of your soul that is most tired right now. You have been running for such a long time. Your feet are heavy, and every single step you take feels like you are climbing a massive mountain that never seems to end. I saw you last night when the room was completely dark. You thought you were totally alone in that silence. You let your tears fall onto your pillow without making a sound, and you pressed your hand against your chest because the aching inside your broken heart was too big for words. You are always the strong one for everybody else in your life. People look at you for answers when their own worlds are falling apart completely. They lean on your shoulders because you always carry a warm smile on your face, and they never stop to think about the deep emptiness that you must feel inside your own spirit when the day finally ends. They do not ask if you are okay. They just assume that you will always survive any storm because you are resilient. You have built a thick wall around your vulnerability, and you hide your wounds from the world because you are terrified of getting hurt by their thoughtless actions again. My beloved child, if you feel my warm breath touching your deep pain right now, please hit the like button as a silent act of agreement between your heart and mine. This is not for the world to see. It is a holy marker of your willingness to let me heal you today. Let this action anchor your faith. You have been severely misunderstood by the people you loved the most. You poured out your pure intentions into their lives. You expected a little bit of gratitude in return, and instead of love, they met your kindness with cold rejections and false accusations that broke your beautiful spirit completely. You sit in your room and you ask yourself what you did wrong to deserve this constant disappointment. You review every conversation inside your mind. Your head starts to hurt from the stress, and the weight of their harsh words is still sitting heavily on your memory while you try to sleep. You feel like a stranger in your own house. You look at the people around you. You realize that nobody truly knows the depth of your soul. They enjoy the benefits of your strength, and they always run away whenever you show a single sign of weakness because they only care about themselves. Isolation has become your safe refuge. It is slowly turning into a dark prison for your calling. You do not want to go out and face the crowd anymore, and you prefer the silence of your own company because it is less painful than dealing with their fake love and empty promises. But your hiding is not a sign of weakness. You are actually a secret warrior who has been wounded in battle. The enemy targeted your generous heart from the beginning, and he wants to turn your sweetness into bitter resentment so that you will lock your heart away from my blessings. I also see the financial stress that keeps your eyes wide open at midnight. You look at the bills on the table, you look at your empty bank account with pure dread, and you wonder how you will survive the next month when every door seems to be locked tightly against your efforts. You have been praying for a breakthrough for many months. You have sowed your seeds of faith in secret. You have fasted while waiting for a clear sign, and yet the sky over your head felt like solid brass, because nothing shifted in your physical reality despite your faithful prayers. Your exhaustion has reached your very bones. It is not the kind of tiredness that can be cured by sleep. It is a deep weariness of the soul. And you feel like you are completely stranded on a deserted island while the rest of the world is moving forward without you. Let me remind you of who you really are in my eyes. You are not a random fragment of creation. You are a carefully formed masterpiece, and every single scar on your heart has a distinct voice that I am listening to with great compassion right now. You are a pure-hearted giver who has been taken for granted. You gave your time to build up their dreams. Your own needs remained neglected for years, and they walked away with your precious blessings, while leaving you with nothing but broken pieces and endless questions. I am the God who sees you in your low estate. I do not see the polished version of you. I see the raw and bleeding part of your spirit, and I am sitting right next to you on the edge of your bed because I want to comfort you in this midnight hour. You have started to doubt your own intuition lately. The constant delays have made you feel confused. You thought that you heard my voice clearly before, and when the project failed completely, you blamed your own spiritual discernment because you felt like you made a huge mistake. There is a quiet restlessness in your chest. It stirs your thoughts during the day. It disturbs your sleep during the night. And you feel like something is missing from your life, but you cannot find the right words to describe this deep spiritual hunger to anyone around you. You look at your parents and your relatives. You see the same patterns of struggle in their lives. You see the same spirit of financial lack, and you are biffed that you are destined to repeat their exact mistakes because the family cycle feels too strong to break. No human being knows the sacrifices you have made. You surrendered your own desires for their sake. You gave up your comfort to keep the peace. And they think it was easy for you because you never complain out loud, while your soul is quietly screaming for relief. Your soul has been standing still in a thick fog. You look to the left and to the right. You cannot see the next step of your path, and this deep uncertainty is more terrifying than the actual pain, because you feel like you are completely losing control of your destiny. You have asked me why the wicked people seem to prosper. You see them thriving in their deceitful ways. Your honesty brings you nothing but more challenges, and your heart has grown bitter from watching this unfairness play out in front of your eyes while you receive no justice. Are you listening to me carefully, my beloved child? Do not allow your environment to distract your mind. The room you are sitting in is full of love. And I want you to let your shoulders relax completely, because I'm about to change the direction of your entire life. Your physical body is carrying the heavy stress of your emotions. Your neck is tight from the pressure. You have been in survival mode for too long, and you have completely forgotten what true peace feels like because you are always waiting for the next bad news to strike. You feel like you are walking on a fast treadmill. You are putting in all your best efforts. You are draining your daily energy for nothing, and the enemy wants you to believe that this exhausting cycle is your permanent reality until the day you die from the strain. But you are not a permanent victim of this world. You are a silent survivor who is being prepared. Your life is going to display my glory. And the very fact that you are still standing after all the heavy attacks is proof that my sustaining grace has never left your side. My beloved child, do not let your tears blind your eyes. The context of your suffering is changing. The wisdom of heaven is reframing your past, and I want you to stay with me, because I am about to pull back the curtain of the unseen realm to show you the truth. I need you to understand something deeply right now. Do not call that delay a failure, because it was my deliberate design. You thought you were walking entirely alone through the valley, but I was standing right beside you in the shadows. I watched you struggle, and I never took my eyes off your fragile soul for a single second of your painful journey. I was there when you felt the weight of yesterday sitting heavily on your chest. I was there when you cried in your car before walking into your workplace with a fake smile. I heard the silent screams of your spirit when everyone else was busy celebrating their own small victories. My presence was your invisible shield while the storms of life were trying to destroy your foundation completely. You asked me why doors that looked absolutely perfect suddenly closed in your face. You asked why people you loved and trusted completely walked away from your life without an explanation. You felt rejected, and you thought I was punishing you for your past mistakes. But let me reveal the sacred truth behind those painful endings right now. None of those closed doors were punishments from my throne. Every single one of them was an aggressive act of divine protection. I saw the hidden traps that the enemy laid out for your feet in those rooms. I saw the wolves who dressed like sheep to devour your beautiful light. And I locked those doors because I loved you too much to let you be destroyed. Let me tell you a story about a great warrior who felt exactly like you feel today. His name was Elijah, and he had just won a massive spiritual victory against darkness. But suddenly fear gripped his heart because a wicked enemy threatened his life. He ran far away into the lonely wilderness, and he sat down under a small tree because he was completely empty. Elijah looked at his life, and he asked me to take away his breath. He told me that he had gone far enough on his own strength. He felt totally isolated, and he truly believed that he was the only faithful person left in the entire kingdom. He covered his face in despair, and he fell asleep because his soul was too tired to fight anymore. But I did not rebuke my exhausted champion for his overwhelming weakness. I sent a holy angel to bake him fresh bread and to give him cool water in the desert. I let him rest in the shade until his physical vessel recovered its strength. And then I spoke to him not in a roaring fire or a violent earthquake, but in a very gentle whisper. My beloved child, you are the modern Elijah of this generation. You have fought so many heavy battles for other people, and you have given everything until you have nothing left inside. You are sitting under your own broom tree right now, wishing that the struggle would just disappear. But I am telling you that your story does not end in this dry desert. I am sending my holy angels to feed your weary spirit through these words today. I am giving you the spiritual bread that will sustain your heart for the next part of your magnificent calling. You do not have to fight with your own empty strength anymore, because my power is made perfect in your absolute weakness. Receive my supernatural rest right now. The isolation you are experiencing is not a cruel punishment from heaven. It is a precise positioning for the miracle that I am preparing for your future. I removed the loud noise of the crowd so you could hear my whisper clearly. I separated you from the people who were draining your energy because I needed your undivided attention. Now listen carefully to the instruction of your loving Father. If you choose to trust my plan over your own understanding today, I want you to make a bold declaration. Comment the words, "God is my safe refuge," under this video right now. Let this be a holy transaction that establishes your unwavering faith in the unseen realm. When you type those words, you are sealing your agreement with my covenant. You are telling the enemy that he no longer has authority over your peace of mind. You are stepping out of the dark cave of isolation, and you are entering the fortress of my protection. Watch how I will begin to move the mountains that have blocked your view for years. I saw you when you were counting your last dollars with tears in your eyes. I saw you when you wondered if you would have to carry the shame of failure forever. You thought that your obedience to my word brought you nothing but poverty and loneliness. But I was actually testing your faithfulness in the small things before I give you the abundance. Every true branch must go through a season of painful pruning before it can bear much fruit. I had to cut away the relationships that were stunts to your spiritual growth. I had to remove the false securities that made you depend on human systems instead of my divine supply. The pruning felt like a terrible loss, but it was actually a great gain. You are being prepared for an unshakable throne of influence. A cheap vessel can be made in a few minutes, but a royal masterpiece takes a long time to forge in the fire. The intense heat of your current suffering is melting away the impurities of fear and doubt. You are coming out of this furnace as pure gold that will shine forever. Something is shifting in the atmosphere of your home right now while you listen. The heavy, dark clouds of depression are beginning to scatter at my command. I am releasing a fresh anointing of joy that will replace the spirit of heaviness. Your home will no longer be a place of weeping, but it will become a temple of praise. My timing is always mathematically perfect, even when it looks completely delayed to your human eyes. I am never early, and I am never late. I arrived at the exact second when your soul was ready to break, so I could show you my saving power. Lift up your tired eyes and see the salvation that is coming from the hills. You do not have to worry about how the bills will be paid next week. You do not have to stress about the people who are gossiping behind your back. I have already gone into your future, and I have settled every single detail. I have signed your vindication with my own blood, and no weapon formed against your destiny will ever prosper. I am rewriting the blueprint of your family heritage right now. The generational poverty that made your ancestors work like slaves for nothing is being broken. The spirit of premature death and chronic sickness is leaving your household permanently. I am establishing a new legacy of wealth and health that your children will inherit. The people who mocked your faith will soon come to find shade under your branches. They will see the visible marks of my favor on your life, and they will wonder how a broken soul could rise so high. You will not have to say a single word to defend yourself, because your supernatural success will be your ultimate vindication. Are you still listening to me, my precious child? Do not let your mind wander back to your problems. Focus on the sound of my voice, because my words carry the frequency of eternal life. The fog is clearing up right now, and the true path is becoming visible to your spiritual eyes for the first time in years. You have passed the hardest test of your entire life. You stayed faithful in the dark when you could not see my hands moving. You worshipped me through your pain when your heart was breaking into 1,000 pieces. And now your faithfulness has touched my heart in a very profound way that will trigger an immediate response. The waiting season has served its ultimate holy purpose. The constraints of the past are melting away like ice under the morning sun. I am about to speak a word of absolute authority over your situation. Prepare your spirit, because the next moment will bring the release of a decree that will shatter your chains forever. Hear me now with your entire spirit. The hour of your confinement is officially over. Your feet are free. You have arrived at the exact destination of your breakthrough. And in this very moment of divine power, I am signing the royal decree of your absolute liberation from the painful limitations of the past. Let me reveal the secret behind this urgent call from heaven today. The enemy saw a massive wave of abundance leaving my holy throne. He wanted to block the delivery. He tried to flood your mind with deep panic, because he knew that he could not stop my hand from blessing your household with supernatural wealth. You felt a strange restlessness inside your chest during the past few weeks of your journey. You thought it was a symptom of your growing anxiety. You felt lost. But it was actually your spirit vibrating with the sudden shift of heavenly doors, because your soul knew that a monumentally beautiful change was happening in the unseen realm. I declare over your life that the generational patterns of lack are permanently broken. The invisible ceiling will not limit your future anymore. You are the chosen cycle breaker. And because you said yes to my calling in the dark, I am opening a massive fountain of prosperity that will never run dry for your children. Now I need you to do something very specific for your own restoration. Pause where you are right now. Let your shoulders drop completely. Breathe out all the heavy pressure, because I want you to release the exhausting need to control every single outcome of your daily life. Lay down your financial worries at the base of my throne this morning. Put down the heavy bags of anxiety concerning your family. Trust my heart. You cannot fix these complex problems with your own limited human understanding, and that is why you must surrender your battles into my large hands today. As you surrender your will, you are making room for my supernatural power to operate. The weight is no longer your responsibility to bear. Be still. Receive the massive download of heavenly peace that is flooding your room from the floor to the ceiling right now while you listen closely to my voice. I am releasing an unconditional decree of divine provision over your household today. I am opening the windows of heaven. You will receive it. Unexpected streams of income are being activated from places you never even imagined, because my favor is rewriting your financial destiny in a single moment of absolute glory. I am restoring every single year that the enemy stole from your youth. I am rebuilding your health completely. You are getting strong now. The chronic disease that has been draining your precious energy is being dried up from its very roots because your physical body is my holy temple. The broken relationships that caused you so much deep sorrow are being transformed. I am turning your isolation into an authentic connection. You are not alone. I will bring destiny helpers into your path who will celebrate your true value without any hidden jealousy or malicious intentions toward your calling. Every tongue that has spoken false words against your character is being silenced forever. Your vindication is not a matter of human opinion. Heaven declared your innocence. Those who laughed at your silent tears will soon watch you sit at a royal table of honor, because I have loved you with an everlasting love. Your name is being mentioned in rooms of influence where you have never walked. People with great authority are being troubled in their sleep. They must help you. You did not need a fancy connection or a prestigious degree to enter these high places because my favor is your ultimate passport. I was there when you felt completely worthless in the eyes of the world. I was there when you believed that your life was a total mistake. Lift up your face. I am here today to tell you that you are my prized possession, and your greatest days are unfolding right now in front of you. The desert you have been walking through is turning into a blooming garden of joy. Streams of fresh water are breaking out in your wilderness right now. The dry season is over. You will no longer remember the shame of your past drought, because the overflow of my goodness will wash away every bitter memory. Do not allow the ghost of fear to talk to you tonight. Do not listen to the quiet whispers of doubt that challenge your future. I am your father. I am not a man that I should lie to your face, and when I speak a word, it must accomplish the exact purpose for which it was sent. You are an heir to an unshakable kingdom of light and glory. Walk with your head held high through the crowd. The dirty garments of rejection are being taken off. I am dressing your soul in the clean robes of righteousness, and I am placing a ring of authority on your finger as a sign of your true identity. Your feet are being established on a solid rock that can never be moved. The shifting sands of human circumstances will no longer dictate your peace of mind. Look at my eyes. You are deeply rooted in my eternal promises, because you are anchored in me. You will stand tall while the world is shaking with fear. A flaming wall of spiritual protection is being built around your home today. My holy angels are taking their permanent positions at your front gate. You are completely safe. No plague will come near your dwelling place, and no tragedy will touch your family line, because the Lord of hosts is guarding your life. The heavy fog of confusion is completely lifting from your mind right now. You are receiving a fresh download of divine wisdom and supernatural clarity. Your path is bright. You will know exactly what decisions to make in your career without any hesitation, because my light is illuminating your thoughts in a profound way. The transaction of your surrender is complete in the courts of heaven. The old version of your life has officially passed away into the shadows. Breathe in my grace. A glorious new chapter is beginning for your spirit right now, while you listen to my voice and receive the fullness of this destiny. I see the specific prayers you wrote down on pieces of paper years ago. You thought those requests were lost in the passage of time. I remembered them all. They have been sitting on my golden altar as a sweet-smelling sacrifice of faith, and today I am releasing the answers in a sudden downpour of miracles. I am turning your mourning into beautiful dancing before the crowd. I am changing your sorrow into a loud song of victory that will echo through the valley. Your struggle is over. The heavy chains of depression are falling off your thoughts like dead leaves from a tree, because you are stepping into a wide space of absolute freedom. The enemy has lost his legal right to terrorize your thoughts. His accusations have been completely erased by my mercy, and his power has been shattered into pieces. You are vindicated. You are walking out of the courtroom of judgment as a completely justified child of the King, because no one can bring a charge against your soul. The current of my love is washing over your wounds right now. Feel the deep healing moving through your physical body and your raw emotions while I speak. Receive it all. The ache is disappearing completely, and the joy is rising from the deepest place of your spirit because you have fully accepted this call from Haven today. The storm has passed. The winds are quiet now. The heavy rain has stopped falling on your life. And as you sit in this beautiful silence, you can feel a profound wave of absolute peace settling into the deepest corners of your weary soul. The atmosphere around you has been completely purified by my presence. You can breathe easily right now because the intense pressure has been lifted from your heavy shoulders forever. Do not look back at the wreckage of your past. Do not worry about the doors that were shut tight against your face. Those broken pieces belong to an old chapter that has been permanently sealed by my hand this morning. You are standing on a brand new foundation of pure grace and divine favor, and every step you take from this moment forward will be guided by my infinite wisdom and love. You are no longer the lonely person who must survive the dark winter alone. You have stepped out of the role of a victim. I have raised you up to be a powerful cycle breaker and an unshakable beacon of light for your family line. The limitations that held your parents in chains will never have authority over your destiny because you have answered my call today. You are walking in total victory now. Walk forward with your head held high through the crowd. Do not let the opinions of worldly people shake your confidence again. They saw your struggle, but they did not see the hidden preparation that was taking place beneath the surface. And now they will watch you blossom into a great tree of righteousness, where many weary souls will find comfort and shade. Your life is a divine monument. The enemy is searching for you in your old places of pain. He is looking for the broken version of your spirit in the dark caves of isolation. But he cannot find you anymore because your life is completely hidden inside my glorious light. You have been translated from the kingdom of darkness into the kingdom of my dear love. The old scars have been turned into beautiful medals of honor today. I have placed a fresh mantle of authority upon your shoulders. Your voice carries the weight of heavenly decrees when you speak my truth. Do not speak words of lack or defeat over your household anymore. Align your tongue with the abundance of heaven, because your words have the power to build up or destroy. Speak life to your finances, and watch the dry bones live again. Your daily bread is completely guaranteed by my covenant. I feed the birds of the air, and I clothe the lilies of the field with magnificent beauty every single season. And you are worth so much more than the entire creation combined, because you were bought with a very high price. You will never have to beg for bread, or depend on the cold charity of selfish people anymore. My storehouses are open. The peace I give you is not like the temporary peace that the world offers. The world gives comfort only when the circumstances are perfectly smooth and wealthy. But my peace stands firm in the middle of the most violent storms and the deepest valleys of shadow. It is an internal anchor that holds your mind steady when everything around you is shaking with fear and panic. Rest in me. I am directing your steps toward your divine inheritance right now. You will stumble upon unexpected blessings while you are simply walking along your normal path. Doors of opportunity will open automatically before you can even knock on them. And influential people will feel a sudden compulsion to help you succeed because my favor has enveloped your entire being like a heavy shield. Let us establish a physical sign of this divine transaction in the material world right now. This is a crucial moment to anchor your faith before you return to your daily routines. Look at the screen of your phone and realize that this connection was a holy appointment. Do not let this moment fade away into the endless noise of the internet without a deliberate response from your spirit. I want you to protect this blessing with a conscious act of holy agreement. If you can feel the warmth of my presence resting on your shoulders right now, please hit the like button on this video. This is not a worldly transaction for entertainment. It is a spiritual marker that registers your deep gratitude and your total agreement with the decree of your breakthrough today. When you hit that button, you are telling the unseen realm that you have officially picked up the call from heaven. You are declaring that you stand firm on the new foundation of grace. And you are locking the door against the spirit of doubt that wants to rob you of your joy. Let your action be a physical expression of your inner faith and absolute surrender to my will. Do not keep this heavenly light hidden inside your own room. You have been chosen to be a light bearer for a generation that is lost in deep darkness and confusion. There are other weary warriors who are crying out for a single word of hope right now, and they are waiting for a sign that their prayers have been heard by their Creator in the middle of their midnight hour. I want you to become my instrument of rescue for those lonely souls today. Take a moment to share this video with 3 specific people who are secretly struggling with heavy burdens. By doing this, you are fulfilling your royal mission as a chosen messenger of peace. You are planting seeds of life in their dry deserts, and your harvest will multiply because of your obedience. Your act of sharing will trigger a chain reaction of deliverance in the spirit realm. The chains that are binding those 3 souls will begin to loosen when they hear my voice. And the blessing that is coming to your house will increase in magnitude because you cared about the suffering of my other children. Do not hesitate to stretch out your hand to help them today. Share the light. You need to stay connected to this holy stream of daily guidance for your next steps. The journey ahead requires a constant supply of spiritual bread and heavenly wisdom to keep your spirit strong. The enemy will try to lure you back into the old patterns of anxiety if you wander away from my voice. Therefore, I command you to subscribe to this channel right now. When you subscribe, you are joining a global tribe of chosen cycle breakers who are walking in the light. Turn on the notification bell so you do not miss a single message that I prepare for your soul. My guidance will come to you every single day to clear the fog from your mind, and you will always have a lamp for your feet and a bright light for your difficult path. Trust my voice. I am sealing your name in the book of my remembrance today. Your obedience has been recorded in the heavenly courts, and your reward is fully secured. Do not let the distractions of tomorrow wash away the peace that you have received during this holy encounter. You have stepped into a wide space of freedom, and you will never walk back into that dark prison again. Let the silence wash over your thoughts once more. Feel the steady rhythm of your heart beat inside your chest. That rhythm is a reminder that my breath is still sustaining your physical vessel every single moment. You are alive because your purpose is still active on this earth. Go forward with a light heart and a confident spirit into your great destiny. I am with you always, even until the very end of the age. My love will never fail you, and my grace will never leave your side. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned by the flames. And when you pass through the deep waters, you will not drown beneath the waves because my right hand is holding you tightly. You are entirely safe in my grip. The call from heaven has been answered by your spirit today. The line is clear. The connection is permanent. Do not allow the doubts of your human mind to undo the beautiful work that has been accomplished in this hour. You are a justified child of the Most High King, and your inheritance is completely ready for your hands to receive right now. Breathe in my final blessing of peace as you close this audio encounter. Let it settle deep into your bones and your muscles. Go out and shine your magnificent light into the darkness of the world. The warfare is over, and the victory is yours to keep forever. I love you, my precious child, and I am always watching over your beautiful steps. Amen.